Another another beautiful time, a beautiful day together, and we get to worship together, we get to be together, and we're going to start with music today, which is such a treat because we can't do that every week. So Tina and Rick are going to lead us.
Good morning. It's nice to see you all here. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise this mount I'm fixed upon, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I'm come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus saw me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God. He to rescue me from danger interposed his precious blood. Oh, to grace, how great a debt daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love.
It's beautiful.
This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me, and I'm desperate for you. And I'm lost without you. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me, and I'm desperate for you. And I'm lost without you. I'm desperate for you. I'm lost without you. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. God is my shepherd, I won't be wanting, I won't be wanting. He makes me rest in fields of green, by quiet streams. Even though I walk through the valley of death and dying, I will Even though I walk through the valley of death and dying, I will not fear, 'cause you are with me. You're always with me. Your shepherd's staff comforts me. You are my peace in the presence of enemies. Surely goodness will follow me, in the house of God forever. The house of God forever. The house of God forever. Once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. If birds fly over the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Wow, we missed you, Tina.
Thank you, guys. I don't know how you feel. This last song kind of broke my heart. You know, Tina, you've incorporated that song into worship quite a few times in the past. I love it when you do, but it's never meant as much to me as it did today. I was just thinking about, well, kind of set up for it with the song before, you know, God is my shepherd, even though I walk through the vale of death and dying. And I you know, during this last few years, during the whole COVID experience, when sometimes we couldn't even really have proper goodbyes, we've lost some of our best friends from this community to death, and there's still another person walking towards death right now, at least one. And well, I guess we all are. You know, but so I'm thinking about death and dying, and then we start to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I'm also thinking about Ukraine. I'm thinking about just how broken-hearted, you know, I don't want my heart to stop breaking over aggression and violence in the world, and how I don't want to stop asking for something that seems beyond wildest dreams, which is, you know, a peaceful solution in spite of everything, or, you know, I don't want to stop asking for the thing that's over the rainbow, for the thing that's beyond, for the thing that's bigger than I can even see a way to get to. And then when you started to sing that, that just became, well, why oh why can't I? You know, I live in this stream of faith, and in faith I keep trying to negotiate each day as a loving person, just trying to do the small things I can, trying to do the things I can to make the world around me as good as it can be, and trying to make the world inside me as good as it can be, and trying to flow in relationship with this spirit of love, which is being so battered in the world, and battered in so many personal circumstances. So, oh, thanks. Thank you for killing me before we began. Killing me softly. I heard you sang a good song. I love that song. So, very, very rich weekend for the university community. Was ovation on Friday night at the Algonquin Convocation at Kirk McCall Church yesterday. Lovely and important times. At the end of the week at the university, there were thesis presentations, and it was lovely, and I just so full of big events. And then to sort of in the middle of it all, in fact, in smack in the middle of yesterday's convocation, our fifth grandson was born, and so, you know, our fifth grandchild, sorry. Yeah. Our fifth grandchild was born, and that was just a bit overwhelming, and we knew that this was happening because of a planned section, and so we're waiting for news, and it just turned out that Kirk McCall Church walls are, you know, just really, really good fortifications against the internet, and so. So, you know, the moment that the thing is over, the convocation, Marion rushes just outside the walls, and then suddenly the pictures come in, and it was just wonder. And then later in the afternoon, we got to Zoom with the new baby, and he said he was doing okay. It was just good. So pretty rich time, and so. We have a couple more things, and then Matt Downing, dear friend from a long time ago. Matt and Dean have been the pastors of the Montreal Vineyard, and now that's a church that we felt a special kind of friendship to, and now you guys have retired from that, and you were here because you were Shauna Lucas's thesis advisor, so you got to introduce Shauna, and also Erin O'Neill is here, who's been a student in our graduate programs, and Erin is now the leader of the Montreal community. So one of them. And Mel, you're here from Halifax, yeah. And there's probably Wilma, your dad, Roy, is here. Roy, welcome, yeah. And it's just great to have everybody. It's just I think what we will do now, before Matt speaks, is have Jessica share a poem. And then Michael's got a kind of an instrumental meditation for us on piano. And then we'll be ready for Matt, for you to speak. In the old days, we used to do a break in the middle and everybody'd get coffee and mill around, but we've been doing shorter services during COVID, so we just keep coffee out, and please grab it anytime you want. If you'd like anything else, like bakery goods or anything, it's Something's Brewing.
Tina, thank you so much. I was like just so impacted too by that last song and thought back to childhood because I think that's, growing up hearing it and thinking, I don't know, it just like really touched me because I was full of belief as a child and still am, but it looks different. So I'm going to read a poem I wrote last year because I haven't written anything new in a long time. And it's called God in a Body. And I decided to read it today because I was so inspired by Shauna's thesis reading and then her talk yesterday at Convocation. So Shauna, you did your thesis on embodiment, shared readings of, wait, say it?
Embodied narrative theology.
Embodied narrative theology. And yesterday spoke about regeneration, which made me think of this poem. But I'll start with a saying from the Gospel of Philip, because it relates to this, sets it up well. What you say in a body. You can say nothing outside this body. You must awaken while in this body, for everything exists in it. Resurrect in this life.
Can you read it once more?
Yeah, it's good. The Gospel of Philip. What you say in a body. You can say nothing outside this body. You must awaken while in this body, for everything exists in it. Resurrect in this life. So this is God in a body. I do not know why it takes so long for some of us, or maybe all of us, to arrive in our own lives honestly. But I believe the resistance is common. I have prayed to be saved from my own longings, my own imagination, my own desire, my own life, me. But this separation, this schism within creates a kind of pain unbearable because we cannot outrun our lives, which is a good thing. Our lives keep coming for us, keep coming toward us, keep coming to meet us where we are. Recently, reluctantly, back against the wall, I decided to turn to Jesus, to look for him as I was taught my whole life. I'm still afraid, I don't know how, but this day, determined to find him, I entered my heart like a mother searching for a lost child. Voice of the good within me, please be there. Eyes of compassion, come quickly. Eternal presence, be near. I knocked on doors calling out. I tracked him down, desperate to confront the problem. I am human and I hate it. It hurts. I am constantly compelled to escape it, to be better, to rise above the real, to get out of here. He just looked at me, wordless, and I looked at him, wordless. Eye to eye with the divine, this man of my imagination, this body, this God in flesh. Skin, bones, muscle, sinew, heart, mind, soul, this person, this mystery. This one embodied message stood before me, silent but speaking. Your humanness is holy. This package is the point. God in a body, God in a baby, God in a woman, God in a world, God in me. Believe it, receive it. This is the plot. Christ has come to save the lives we lost. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And Michael. So I thought maybe this next time that Michael's playing could be kind of reflection and prayer for all the things that are on our hearts, for the people that we know need prayer, for the world situation. This is a time of prayer. It's also a time of enjoyment. It's also a time of just loving beauty, because Michael is beautiful.
I'm not blushing. I need to say something first. Is that originally I was going to play last week, which was like the Easter weekend. So if you notice carefully for the music today, it's a little bit Easterly. So yeah, and also you must know how dangerous it is to put a microphone in front of my face.
You know, there's sort of a nice thing about having a few years behind you, because each one of those 3 songs that you were playing with, to me it seemed like the first one was something that I remember from the late 80s, and the next one was something I remember from the late 90s, and the next one I was remembered from the 2000s. And I was just thinking, I've seen my whole life. Hey, thank you. It was just so wonderful.